Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, students. It's time for biology class. And today we are going to be considering the first topic in the first time scheme of work for biology for SS1 class. And the topic is recognizing living things. Recognizing living things. Under this topic, we are going to look at biology and inquiring. We are going to consider the definition and the branches of biology. We are also going to look at the definition and the usefulness of science. And finally, we are going to consider methods of science, also known as scientific approach. Let's dive into it. Now, biology and inquiring. Human beings have always been so curious to know more about the existence of things around them, especially the things that have life in them. And this is what necessitated the study of biology. We want to know things around us. And this is what biology seems to do. So let's look at the definition of biology. When we say biology, the word biology is derived from two Greek words. First, bios, which means life, and second, logos, which means to study. When we say life, living things are defined as things that have life in them. And they can either be plants or animals. So biology can therefore be defined as the study of life. Logos means to study, bios means life. So biology can be defined as the study of life. In other words, it can also be defined as the study of living things. Or you say it is the study of plants and animals. So that's the definition for biology. The study of plants and animals, the study of living things, or basically, biology is the study of life. Now, what are the branches of biology we have? Generally, biology has two main branches. Just as we said that biology is the study of plants and animals. So the aspect of biology, or the branch of biology that studies animal, is referred to as zoology. While the aspect of biology that studies plants is referred to as botany. So we have the two main branches of biology to be zoology and botany. However, there are other branches of biology depending on what area of study is being emphasized. Number one, we have ecology. Ecology involves the study of plants and animals with relation to the environment. Then we have morphology. Morphology is the study of the external features of plants and animals. Then we also have anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the internal structure of plants and animals. That tells you that we have plant anatomy and we have animal anatomy. Then we also have genetics. Genetics is the study of the heredity and the variations that exist among living things. Then we have physiology. Physiology is the study of how plants and animals, how they perform functions, how their body functions, and then, or how their various parts functions. And then we also have, for the sake of time, we'll mention microbiology. And microbiology is the study of microorganisms. Now let's move away from that very quickly and talk about what science is. What is science? Science is defined as a systematic process of making inquiry about living things and non-living things in our environment. The systematic way of finding things out is what we refer to as what? Science. Now, what is the usefulness of science? We have a few mentioned for us here. Under manufacturing industry, with the use of science and with scientific knowledge, we can convert raw materials to finished products for the use of mankind. Then, under construction, we see that by the aid of science and scientific knowledge, we can now construct roads, good roads, railways, and design and we can design them and make construction of all those facilities. Under agriculture, with the help of science, we now have new breeds of animals, new and better varieties of crop, thus increasing agricultural production. Then, under technology, with the help of science, we have been able to develop computers which can now enhance the efficiency of human activities. Apart from that, under communication, today we have telephones and televisions which can now aid and make communication faster. These are the usefulness of science. Then we have under transportation, we have aeroplanes, we have ships, we have rockets. They are being built and used due to scientific knowledge. Under engineering, ships, buildings, skyscrapers, bridges, and roads are being constructed for the use of mankind because of scientific knowledge. And finally, what we will say about the field of medicine, we have the manufacturing of drugs, vaccines to cure various diseases, and it is the scientific knowledge that is being used in doing all this. Finally, scientific approach. In science, how do we go about making inquiry? How do we go about making findings which will be for the use of mankind? Number one, it all starts with observation. Then from observation to classification, from classification to inference, then from inference to measurement, from inference to measurement, from measurement to identification, then from identification, hypotheses are made, suggestions are made. Then from hypothesis, the hypothesis will now be subjected to testing, and that is where we have experiment. You go to the lab, you check what you have found out. Then from experiment, we have conclusion. And finally, we have theory and law. When those experiments have now been affirmed and confirmed, they can be turned to theory. And when the theories are now well proven, they can be made into laws. We'll continue from there in the next class. If you have questions, drop it in the comment box. Do like this page and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next class.